evening. Happy Friday. It's hashtag crazy cat. Sorry, hashtag crazy cat. Forgot my name. And the beautiful Nicole Connor is coming on for Fun Fact Friday. I can't wait. I had kind of a nutty day with the grandparents, so I am excited to be Hi, Kiwi. We love our coach. She's amazing. Just kidding. I can't sing. I've been out with my grandparents all day today on like some crazy family stuff. So it's been kind of a nutty day, but I hope your day was amazing. And we're going to get on with Nicole here, and she's going to talk about this thing called a telomere. She had to spell it for me because I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, where'd she go? There she is. Invite. We did coordinate, I promise. But anyway, I hope you had an amazing Friday. Hi, Miguel. Hola. Hi, Penny. How are you, darling? There she is. So let me see if I can actually invite her. Someone who knows everything. You'd be really bored listening to me talk about a telomere. Yep. Oh, you would. There we go. There's the genius.
Hi. Okay, hang on a second. Let's get going here. I'm up. You have you in the windowsill because I have no light in my office. So can you hear me? Okay.
I can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna turn you up because I can hardly hear you. So.
I really? Uh-oh.
No, that's me. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, let me find my. Ooh, what did I do with my little prop here? Hang on. I gotta go get my prop. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yep. No problem. No problem. I'll wait for you because I'm like. Thank y'all so much for jumping on. This is our third week of Fun Fact Friday, where we try to educate on some a way you can use a product or make yourself better or understand more about health. Hi, Joe. Okay. How are you? Thank you for coming on. This is my friend Nicole. She's
Hi.
a genius.
No, not even a little bit.
Clearly. Oh, me.
It's going to be great. It's going to be totally nerdy and super sciencey, but hopefully everybody will get it when we're all done.
Yay. When she told me the topic, I was like, cool, you better send notes. Like, tell me what to say because I'm confused. All right.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
Okay. So I'm super excited to hear about this telomere and like, what is it and why should I care? Like,
okay, so we all have chromosomes. We know what chromosomes are in your DNA, right? Every single human cell, and there are a trillion cells in our body, and they're constantly replicating and rebuilding and all of those things, right?
Yep. Makes sense.
We grow hair, we grow new skin, we repeat, our organs replace themselves, all those things. So this is happening on a regular basis in our body all the time. So as your body is replicating, now here's the definition of a telomere, okay? A telomere is a sequence of bases at the ends of your chromosome. And I'm going to do a little demonstration so you'll see.
Okay.
A telomere protects the ends of the chromosomes from fusion with nearby chromosomes and allow effective replication of DNA. Okay. So we want your cells to reproduce themselves correctly, right?
Yes, for sure.
We don't want it to create cancer. We don't want it to die in the process. We don't want, funky cells to appear, right? We've seen skin conditions because you can see those on the outside of your body when they replicate improperly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the trick. Here's the rub, rather. Every single time that your chromosomes duplicate or your cell replicates, there are about 25 to 200 pairs of these little bases at the end of the chromosome that get wiped away. Again, I'm going to show you in a little demonstration, okay?
Okay.
So every single time that your cells divide, the telomere gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Okay.
So and again, I'm going to show you a little thing it'll explain it a little better. So what causes this to happen is, again, it's supposed to protect your chromosomes, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to protect your DNA so that it can replicate the way that it's supposed to. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
So what happens is the telomeres are particularly sensitive to inflammation and oxidative stress.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when we're sick or we've damaged our, body, or we're just subject to inflammation because of the foods we eat, the toxicity in our body, all that causes inflammation, right? We would all agree on that.
Yeah.
And then oxidative stress is caused by free radicals. And where do free radicals come from? The foods you eat, the toxins in the air, a sunburn, anything that mutates your cells or your organs from operating like they're supposed to is caused by a free radical. A free radical causes oxidation, which is like when you have rust on your car or something metal.
Okay, that makes
really
sense.
Good visual, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a little example. So let's say this is a DNA strand, right? We have 23 of these in each cell. So this represents a set of chromosomes. Okay. And at the end of those chromosomes are these little caps. Okay. So these little caps are the telomeres.
Oh, cool.
Makes sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So now every single time that your cell replicates, right, it separates and then reduplicates. So at the end of those telomeres, every time it replicates, that gets just a little bit shorter every single time. Right?
Yeah.
So every time it gets shorter, every time it replicates, and this is over a period of time. So every single time your cell divides, this telomere loses between 25 to 200 little bases at the end. These are not part of the DNA, meaning this piece is what gets replicated. These little guys do not. They're there to protect the chromosomes so that they replicate properly. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so as they get shorter and shorter,
they're getting shorter and shorter, the DNA gets impacted.
Ah, yes.
Ah.
So as inflammation and oxidative stress, and every single time, naturally, the telomeres are getting shorter over time, right? Because we can't stop our body from aging, right?
Right.
But what we can do is eventually try and prevent this from happening or slow it down a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So is that a pretty good visual? Does that make sense?
It is. So
as
that getting shorter is things attacking the end, and then it causes you to age more quickly because you don't have protection around your DNA.
Correct. The telomeres are not.
The telomeres.
The telomere is a built-in. On this end, we're born with it like this.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Perfectly intact. Everything's beautiful, and as we age, it just ticks off just a little bit. Now, at some point, because the cell gets to a place where their telomeres aren't there anymore,
right?
The cell will stop replicating, and it will just kind of change. So if you look at wrinkles as we age, different cells on your body eventually stop replicating if you don't give it what it needs, right? So an enzyme is created in different kinds of cells in your body that will keep it going, like your brain, your nerve health, your heart health. Those are different kinds of cells that are not affected by this. But there are other cells in our bodies that are constantly replicating. And as that keeps on going all the time, it doesn't make this little enzyme. So the telomeres will continue to get shorter and shorter and shorter.
Okay.
So what's the solution to that? So we know that it's caused by inflammation. So we know it's caused by inflammation and oxidative stress.
Yes. Yep. Okay. For sure.
So because we know that, and I have a couple of articles too, if somebody wants to, get more information, I mean, you can Google all of this stuff. It's amazing what you can find online. So studies have been shown. I'm sorry, you have probably had questions for me.
No, I'm just like completely mesmerized because you're so smart. I'm just going, okay, cool.
Well, so does it make sense to you?
No, it totally does. So it's kind of like if what causes wrinkles is that your that part of the chromosome is not getting replicated. Do you know what I mean? And so then you start to get like rust on your body, right? Which is kind of like rust on a car because you're no longer protected. Like if you have paint on a car, it would protect the car from getting rust, and the telomeres are what keep our DNA from getting rust, right? And so
there you go.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So now,
all right,
the telomeres protected, but over time, I mean, eventually we're all going to get older. We can't prevent getting older, right? I mean, it's just, it is what it is. No matter how healthy we are, eventually all of our cells will stop replicating and our bodies will stop working.
Okay.
That's the cycle of life. It is what it is. Now, how do we extend the life of our telomeres, right? So we are where we are right now. Now, the best way, and scientific studies are proving that antioxidants and anti-inflammatories can reduce the pace of the shortening of the telomere length. So, for example, there was a range, right? The 25 to 200 of those bases are shoved off every single time. So wouldn't you rather it be 25 instead of 200?
Right.
Every
exactly.
time your cells divide, right? So we know, Dr. Gina posted a great post the other day about how often your cells replicate.
Yeah.
And your skin replicates between 15 and every 30 days. Your whole epidermis rebuilds itself.
Wow, that's hard.
So if we're going to protect this huge organ in our bodies, just as an example, we want to give it antioxidants and anti-inflammatories, right? This is just one article, right? So that's just one way we can shorten the pace at which these telomeres get shorter.
Okay.
Right? We can't remake them, but there are studies that show that if you add in certain healthy habits, that telomerase enzyme
okay, so let me go back to the car because I liked that example. All right, so let's just say the car is like our body, right? And then the telomeres are like the paint. So you're not going to keep the paint from wearing down because a car that's 20 years old is eventually going to wear down. But if you put it in your garage and you like shine it with really nice wax, then the car's going to last longer, right?
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm a very simple girl.
No, that's a perfect explanation. So very similarly, if you were to protect the ends of these from getting worn, right? You can't stop where it is,
right?
But you can
make it go
start.
Slower.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So how do you do that?
Okay, so Dr. Johnson, who's a part of our company, did this great little video on our Zija blog, which is fantastic. If anybody wants the link, I'll put that in the comments as well. And he was talking about a couple of ways to make sure that your body gets what it needs to slow down the aging process, as well as to create an overall better health and wellness.
Okay.
So, and again, these are all studies based, and you can look this up. You can find it on the NIH. So you would want a diet rich in antioxidants, right? And antioxidants, while they're in other things, the highest value of antioxidants is found in plants, period. Okay. End of story.
Yep, that makes sense.
So that's proven. It is what it is. There's no denying that. Plants have the most antioxidant value, okay? So a diet rich in plants, especially antioxidants, moderate exercise.
Okay.
The reduction of stress, and I don't mean oxidative stress, I just mean stress, like from life, right? Yep. The way that you manage that stress in your life to make it less, that's the third way. The fourth way, of course, is drinking purified water as much as you can.
Yep.
And the fifth, which everybody seems to think that sleep isn't important, but this gives your body an opportunity to heal itself. So there's five ways that you can just start implementing in your daily routine, in your daily habits to benefit your health, right? So those are some ways to slow down the aging process in your body all over the place, let alone your telomeres, right? So we know that antioxidants are going to slow down the aging process, and inflammation caused by the foods we eat. Stop eating processed foods. That is dramatically going to improve your health, on a number of levels, but in particular, the way that your body is aging in the telomeres, right?
Okay.
So avoiding those kinds of foods, avoiding saturated fats. These are all scientific articles that prove if you take these things out of your diet, you're automatically going to start feeling a lot better and probably be able to help with a number of health issues. So that's that. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No,
I just got a call.
Froze for a second. I was really worried.
I got a call. So did that answer that question for you?
It did. And I was just checking the comments, and I see that we have a request from Trish to please put the blog link, and I'd like to see it too. That sounds really interesting because I love Dr. Johnson.
I'll put it in there when we're done. I'll throw it in there when we're done. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
So
wonderful. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
No,
I
so
was
I
just
hope
trying
that
to make sure I had it all right. So a telomere is what happens is this thing at the end of your DNA, and it's going to
mm-hmm,
shrink over time. But there's ways to
mm-hmm,
slow that down by reducing inflammation and eating foods that are healthy for you, kind of like you would protect a car, because you were talking about rust on a car. It's just going to happen, right?
right,
Eventually, it's going to
right,
happen, but you can slow it down by taking care of it. So the ways to take
right.
care of it were to eat more plants,
Mm-hmm.
to exercise, reduce stress in a helpful way, drink purified water.
And sleep.
Oh, sleep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't do that very often. That's why I forgot about it.
Girl, you
I'm
cannot
totally
sleep when you're
joking.
dead. Sorry. You have
totally
to sleep now.
And sleep.
I have a recipe
Okay, got
for that.
it. Okay. Yeah, you do. You do it so good too.
I do. So I would make a recommendation because sometimes it's hard to just make an immediate change, especially trying to find good sources of antioxidants. Berries are a good source. There are lots of things that have, one or two antioxidants, like blueberries have like two or three. Other different, there's lots of things, but they only have, just a couple in them. And so they're considered superfoods because they have a couple of different nutrients and they're only just a handful, like, two or three different nutrients compacted into one food group or food item, if you will. What I would recommend and what I do and what I drink every single day is this product right here. This product right here. And this is the only thing I know of. Now, there may be others that have a high number of antioxidants other than the ones that I just mentioned, but this is the only one I know of that has 46 antioxidants. So
Wow.
this document, which I'd be happy to send to anyone who wants this document, as to what's in this blend of this sachet right here. There's 46 antioxidants and 36 anti-inflammatories. So we know from the scientific study that I just read to you, shows and proves that antioxidants and anti-inflammatories will slow down the rate that telomeres are getting shorter, which will lengthen the time in which your cells start to age, right? So it just extends the aging process just a little bit. Does it reverse it? Nope. Will it age a little less quick? Yes. So if you're protecting your body, right? Yeah, exactly. So if you're protecting your cells, you're protecting your body from the free radicals, which is what antioxidants do, and anti-inflammatories, which are caused by toxic foods, toxic water, toxic air, toxic, you name it.
So anything that's free radicals are like that rust, and they're coming from all the bad stuff that's in the environment that's like bombarding you all the time.
Exactly. And here's another little factoid, little fun fact for you, is that antioxidants are found only in plants. So if you're, well, not only, but mostly in plants. So if you're not, your body, as it processes food, even if you ate really, really well, let's pretend you ate all organic foods and really were careful about the toxins you put in your body. The process of eating creates free radicals all by itself. It's just what your body does. So in the world of how our bodies are made, we have to consume plants with antioxidants in order to prevent that free radicals from happening. Even if you ate really, really well, the process of digestion and cell breakdown creates free radicals. So no matter what, your body is going to create them, even if you're super careful about how you eat. There's a little fun fact for you. So you have to consume antioxidants from plants and other resources in order to stop that from happening in your body, even if you're super, super healthy.
I did not know that.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
You're awesome. You know everything.
So I want everyone to know that if you're thinking about getting Super Mix, or you've never tried it before, if you're a friend of Kat's, reach out to her. She'll private message you on how to get a handle on it, or get a sample. If you're a friend of mine and you're watching this, just send me a message and I'll get you a sample so that you can try this. It's not going to kill you to try it, right? Right?
No.
if you're watching us live, I would love to know where you're watching us from. Just drop in the comments, you know, where you're watching us from. If you're watching this on a replay, hashtag replay, and throw us a comment about what excited you most about this video. And certainly if you want more information, I'd be happy to send it to you. So did I answer all your questions?
Yeah, that was awesome. You were really good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I like to be prepared.
Next week, on next Friday, she interviews me and it'll be something a lot simpler.
That's okay.
Like, I don't know that. I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. That was so good. I love your, like, how you related it to a car, right? Because a car, we all know when you buy one, it's going to age. Our bodies are going to age, right? So by putting more plants in your body, that helps, that it's going to slow down that process. Nothing's going to stop it, but you can slow it down by getting really nutritious stuff. And the most nutritious thing you know of is the world's best tree. So there you go, Supermix.
The most nutrient dense tree on earth. You can ask Siri or Google and it will come up with this tree.
That's
pretty
true.
Awesome.
Yeah, try that. Try Googling it. Google what's the world's most nutritious tree and see what you find. Post it down below. We'd love to hear.
Exactly. Thank you, Kat, so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad to be nerdy and, you know, teach somebody something.
I love you being nerdy. You're the best.
Likewise. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And we'll talk to everybody later.
Bye. We love you.
Have a great night.
Bye.